and welcome to EyedolizeMakeup tutorial channel. So today for Freaky Friday, I'm going to show you how to do this stapled eye tutorial, which was a request from one of my subscribers. So thank you so much for sending that request in, and I hope you enjoy this one. Okay, so to do this look today, you'll need the following things: a dark red and a black face paint, a slightly lighter red face paint, a light concealer and a dark concealer or foundation color, a white pencil, mine is so teeny tiny, I think it's time to buy a new one, some Vaseline, some staples, and you'll actually need to cut off the edges of them, or the very ends. You still want a little bit on there, but just enough to hold them in place. So I actually got my partner to cut these using wire cutters. Some short individual lashes and some lash glue. Firstly, decide where you want the staple to sit on your cheek and use a small amount of your black face paint to mark that spot. Now we're going to start applying our light red face paint, and we're going to start on the outer corner of the eye, but you want to start about 1 centimeter out from where the eye ends, and we're going to bring it down in a curved line to meet up with the mark that we've already made where our staple will sit. Then repeat on the other side with a curved line starting from the inner corner of the eye. Then fill in between those lines using your light red face paint. Okay, now as you can see, when I make this super attractive face and pull down my eye, you would be able to see more white if your eye was stapled down, which is why we're going to add some white eyeliner to the lower waterline as well as underneath the lash line. Then once you've done that, go ahead and fill in the rest of that area with the red face paint. Once you've done that, take some of your dark red and mix it with a small amount of your black face paint and start applying it to the edges of that shape and then blending it inwards. Once you've done one layer, mix another lot of those paints together using more black this time and apply it to the edges of the shape. You want the edge of this shape to be really nice and defined to make it look more 3D. So if you feel you need to, keep applying layers of the black and red face paint until it's a dark enough colour that you're satisfied with it. Now, using some of your darker concealer or foundation and a very thin brush, apply a line following the exact shape that you've already drawn, but about 1/2 inch below it. Then once you've applied the line, start blending it downwards to give it more of a shadowed 3D effect. Now, take a very thin brush and your light concealer and apply a line of that in between the dark foundation colour and the red face paint. Apply this the whole way around the shape. Now I took my dark concealer colour once again and followed that line around the highlight to darken it and make it look extra 3D. Now, take your staple and apply some lash glue to either end. Wait for it to dry slightly because it will become more sticky then, and apply it to the area that you've marked. Now take your dark concealer once again and start applying some lines downward from the lower side of the staples to make the skin look stapled and pinched. Once you're happy with your darker colour, take some of your light concealer and apply it directly above those lines as a highlight. Then blend the edge of the darker concealer downwards. Now start applying some of your individual lashes to either side of the staple and try to measure where you think they would start and stop if your eye was pulled down. I actually made some of the ones on the side closer to my nose shorter than they already were, because on your natural eye they get shorter as they come into the inner corner. Apply the lashes by sticking the end of them into a small spot of lash glue. Now take some black face paint on a thin brush and apply it just directly above those lashes to make that line more defined. Now take some of your Vaseline and mix it with a tiny bit of red face paint and dab it over the red paint area of the look. This is to make it look more bloody and shiny. Okay, so there we have today's completed stapled eye tutorial. If you guys enjoyed today's Freaky Friday look, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts for any Freaky Friday makeups that you'd like to see, please leave me a comment below and I'll do my best to create those ones for you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.